Have you ever wondered why the Qur'an, a book of divine light, opens its description of true guidance not with rituals, rules, or punishment, but with qualities of the heart? Why does Allah begin by describing a mysterious group called al-muttaqeen, the God-conscious, as those who believe in the unseen? Who are they? Why is the unseen so central to guidance? And how is it that this one description unlocks the entire path of spiritual ascent? If you've ever longed for deeper meaning, if you've felt the stirrings of the soul in the silence between words, then what follows is not just tafsir, it is a journey beyond the veil of appearances into the radiant ocean of divine presence. Let us walk the mystical path hidden in the verses of Surah Al-Baqarah, verses 3 to 5, not through the mind alone, but through the eye of the heart. These 3 verses are not merely a description, they are a mirror, a reflection of the inward states of those who have tasted something deeper than this world. According to the mystics, those who walk the Sufi path, these verses do not describe actions only, but states of the soul. Let us begin with the first phrase, الَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِالْغَيْبِ, those who believe in the unseen. This is the gate to divine guidance, but what is the ghayb? To the outer eye, the ghayb may mean things hidden from sensory perception, angels, the afterlife, divine decree. But to the inner eye, the basaira, it points to the invisible source behind all visible things. It is not merely to believe in the unseen, but to live by it, to anchor one's heart in a reality that the eyes cannot perceive, but the soul knows with certainty. As Rumi says, the eye goes blind when it only sees dust. The heart sees the beloved. In Sufi psychology, this is the beginning of yaqeen, certainty. But it is not an intellectual certainty, it is a tasting. It is the subtle knowing that arises when the veil begins to lift, and one feels in their innermost being that there is a reality more real than this world. The Sufi calls this the unseen presence, and it is closer than your jugular vein. Establishing prayer, not just ritual, but return, وَيُقِيمُونَ الصَّلَاةِ, and they establish prayer. In the outer sense, this refers to the formal salah, the canonical prayer. But the word yuqimuna means more than perform. It means to establish, to root it in one's being. In the Sufi path, salah is not a burden. It is an intimate dialogue with the beloved. Hadith says, the prayer is the ascension, miraj, of the believer. To establish prayer is to let your being become a house of remembrance, a sanctuary of divine intimacy. It is to stop the world 5 times a day, to turn your face inward toward the eternal face. It is a journey from dispersion to unity, from forgetfulness to presence, from ego to annihilation, fana in divine light. The prayer becomes a river that washes the dust of heedlessness from the mirror of the heart, spending from what we are given. Beyond material charity, وَمِمَّا رَزَقْنَاهُمْ يُنْفِقُونَ, and from what we have provided them, they spend. On the surface, this refers to giving charity from wealth, but the word risk encompasses all provisions: knowledge, breath, love, attention, time. The Sufi interpretation expands this to mean that the true servant gives from every blessing they are given. The ego hoards, the heart shares. To spend is to break the grip of the self, to become a conduit through which divine mercy flows to creation. It is not about how much you give, but how open your heart is to the one who gave. When one reaches this level, even giving becomes a form of zikr, remembrance of Allah. Faith in all revelation, the unbroken stream of light. وَالَّذِينَ يُؤْمِنُونَ بِمَا أُنزِلَ إِلَيْكَ وَمَا أُنزِلَ مِن قَبْلِكَ, and those who believe in what was revealed to you and what was revealed before you. This is not just about acknowledging previous scriptures. The mystics see in this verse the continuity of divine speech. The Qur'an is not a historical document. It is the living word, the eternal breath of the beloved echoing through time. To believe in all revelation is to perceive the unity behind the diversity of forms. Moses spoke the truth. Jesus carried the light. Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the seal, the perfect mirror of that light. This verse calls us to see the one light shining through all true revelation, not with the eye of dogma, but with the heart of unity. certainty in the afterlife, living with the end in sight. وَبِالْآخِرَةِ هُمْ يُوقِنُونَ. And in the hereafter, they are certain. Again, this is not about intellectual assent. Yuqinuna means they are absolutely certain. But certainty in the Sufi path is not cold logic, it is burning awareness. The Gnostics live in this world with their eyes on the next, but not as escapists. They are fully present, yet never forgetful. Death is not the end, it is the threshold to unveiling. The afterlife is not merely paradise and punishment, it is the realm where the reality of every soul is laid bare. Certainty in the Akhirah makes the heart humble. It softens the ego. It creates urgency to purify, to love, to give. These are the guided, a path lit from the Lord. Ulaika ala hudan min rabbihim. It is they who are upon guidance from their Lord. Notice the phrase upon guidance, ala hudan, as if they are riding it, supported by it. The guidance is not something they carry, it is something that carries them. It is a light beneath their feet and a lamp within their breast. In Sufism, this is called the Nur al-Huda, the light of guidance. It is not earned by effort alone, it is gifted. It is the reward of a heart made sincere. A heart that longs only for Allah begins to be guided by Him directly. This is wilaya, the subtle friendship between the seeker and the sought, and they are the successful. Not in this world alone. وَأُولَئِكَ هُمُ الْمُفْلِحُونَ. And they are the ones who will prosper. What is falah? True success. It is not fame, nor wealth, nor victory. It is the inner flowering of the soul. It is to reach the station where the heart is free from all but Allah. The muflihun are not just believers, they are awakened ones. Their measure of success is not dunya, but proximity. As the Hadith Qudsi states, when I love my servant, I become his hearing, his seeing, his hand, his foot. This is not metaphor. It is the reality of fana, the dissolution of self in the light of the real, a journey of the soul hidden in plain sight. In these 3 verses, Allah outlines the complete path of spiritual realization. 1. Belief in the unseen, faith in the source. 2. Establishment of prayer, connection with the divine. 3. Spending from what was given, purification of the self. 4. Faith in all revelation, unity of truth. 5. Certainty of the afterlife, living with awareness of the real. 6. Guidance from the Lord, divine light entering the heart. 7. True success, arrival at divine presence. This is not a checklist. This is a spiral. Each level deepens the next. It is a dance of longing and return, a polishing of the mirror of the heart until it reflects only Him. If your heart trembled even once during these words, know that it is not accidental. Something in you already knows this path. Something in you remembers. This is not a journey of scholars alone. It is the journey of lovers, of seekers, of you. Let not the noise of the world drown the whisper of the soul. Subscribe to this channel not just for knowledge, but for remembrance. Like and share this video not for numbers, but to awaken hearts. Comment with your reflections, not to be heard, but to join the caravan of those who travel the path of love. Allah make your heart a garden of light, your soul a traveler of truth, and your end. Success not just in words, but in presence. وَفَوْقَ كُلِّ ذِي عِلْمٍ عَلِيمٍ. Above every knower is one all-knowing.